27 years ago, in a 1993 talk show interview, Bill Gates, he was brought on this TV show and he was challenged as to whether or not personal computers actually had a future. You see, for years, even since its founding in 1975, Microsoft had this slogan. The slogan was a computer on every desk, in every home, and every office. He said this in the 70s. He said this in the 80s. So by 1993, a computer in every home and office seemed like a failed dream. Will personal computers ever be accessible to an idiot like me? That's what this talk show host asked Bill Gates. Little did he know, just 6 years later, he'd witnessed the biggest internet bubble in history. And then 27 years after that, today, not only would personal computers be on every single desk, but in every single person's pocket.
I think you've been quoted as saying that the original aim of Microsoft was a computer on every desk. Now, the thing is that really projections we used to get in the 70s were that by around about the end of the 80s, every house would have a personal computer. Now, it hasn't happened. And the reason it hasn't happened, I think, is because they're still too difficult. You know, you've still got this computer language that puts people like me who are over 30, it puts us off. And, you know, when you're completely illiterate as far as these things go, I mean, they've changed a lot, computers, but are they going to be accessible to even an idiot like me?
Well, I think we will get one in every office and in every home. That was our original vision. To do that, we're going to have to make them very familiar.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to draw on things people understand. For example, everybody knows how to talk and everybody knows how to write. In fact, I brought one of the latest machines here because for the first time, we're coming out with computers that understand handwriting.
Well, this would be great. You see, what I want is something that I can just, I don't have to type anything out. I just write a thing on the screen and says, send us me bank statement or whatever you want, you know, rather than having to interpret it in a language. Now, can you do it with this?
Pretty much. Let me
Not my
let me
bank
show you how
statement. I
this
don't want
works.
the world to see my bank statement. But I want you to show us this. This is fascinating. So you write, it recognizes your handwriting, does it? Go ahead.
That's right. First, I'm going to just point here and ask it to start up a notebook application. And we can see here my monthly calendar. Let's point in at this one specific day and see what's going on there. Now, this is just a normal pen. I'm writing right on the surface of the screen and didn't have to learn anything special. So here I've got this daily calendar. Let's say I want to change something. I've got a dinner down there, but if I want to get rid of that, I just do a simple gesture, gets rid of it, and I'm going to Monte Carlo tonight, so I just write that there.
You rascal, you probably own Monte Carlo. So you put down, yeah, and what is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
and now the computer understands that, and it's got it on my schedule.
And it actually will print it out.
Sure.
You get the idea. Bill Gates ended up being right. I mean, even through adversity, even through all the challenges, even as early as 1975, he set up his company to reflect the future, that the way that he saw the world trending. And through the late 70s, through the 80s, through the 90s, he created and he profited immensely. I hope you understand why I showed you this clip. The point is this. Those who can correctly predict the way the world is trending and those who can act accordingly on those thoughts can profit greatly. So today, a lot of people, you ask a lot of people, many people say cryptocurrency is done. People say Bitcoin has failed. All of this has no future. I think they just don't see the way the world is trending. Let me ask you a few questions. Is the world trending towards getting more digital, or are we getting less digital? Oh yeah, more digital. Well, how about the US dollar? The US dollar is the world reserve currency. Is that trending towards getting more valuable, or is that trending towards getting less valuable? Oh yeah, less valuable. Well, how about governments and third parties? How about centralized authorities? Are they trending towards giving up control, or are they trending towards seizing more control? Obviously, they're seizing more control. Look, guys, I don't know if Bitcoin's going to stand the test of time. What I do know is that it works today. Its network effect is growing bigger, and I can articulate the problems that it solves. Not a lot of people can do that. I say give it a few more years. I think at some point, every single person is going to understand the arguments, understand what Bitcoin is, why it has value, what problems it solves. Who knows? Maybe 27 years from today, there'll be a Satoshi in every pocket. In other news, Carnegie Mellon University sees $4 million pledge to develop decentralized finance research program. Carnegie Mellon, pretty big school. Let's find out the details. A former MakerDAO contributor and Carnegie Mellon alumnus has committed 10,000 Maker, valued at just under 4.3 million at the time of press, to his alma mater to develop a research program for decentralized applications. Somebody's holding some heavy bags. No, just kidding. This is really good. So who is giving what for what? Well, Nikolai Musheghian announced the donation in a January 1st post on his website. By his account, he already donated 1.3 million the previous day and informally committed another 2.9 million. These are in MakerDAO tokens. In the post, the developer said that his goal for the donation is to establish a research program for decentralized applications, protocols, and game theoretic mechanisms. He also wrote that a fuller research agenda will be available in the coming weeks. In further concerns, this guy said he was troubled by profiteering in the industry, including what he called, quote, the increasing rent-seeking behavior from some of the big players in the space and also from existing banks and tech giants. He professed faith in the university's system, resilience in the face of pressure from the governments and business. He professed faith in the university system's resilience in the face of pressure from governments and businesses. And just so you know how, Carnegie Mellon's influence on crypto, Carnegie Mellon's computer science department is one of the best in the world, with U.S. News and World Report ranking it tied for number one in the country with Stanford, UC Berkeley, and Massachusetts Institute for Technology. They go on to list some other accolades. So this is from a private developer, not only donating the money, but donating it in the MakerDAO token. Bullish. Pretty bullish. In other news, if you like DeFi, you must like Ethereum. So Ethereum hard forks for the second time in 1 month. I want you to know the details. Ethereum has completed its second hard fork in less than 30 days. At the time of press, 92% of Ethereum clients were synced with the new upgrade, according to Ethernodes. 92% syncing up, that's pretty good. So the hard fork delays the difficulty bomb by 4 million blocks. So with this delay, with this hard fork, the difficulty bomb is expected to not go off again for a few years, at least until the deployment of key ETH 2.0 features such as the finality gadget. So when Ethereum switches to proof of stake, they're going to throw a difficulty bomb, so all the miners have to switch to proof of stake. I like that they got 92% of their nodes, I guess, to sync to this hard fork. As decentralized finance, maybe this gets you excited, but Ether as money doesn't get me excited because you don't want your money to be this controlled or to change this much. So pretty interesting. You let me know what you think of, Ethereum 2.0. Seems like it's always getting kicked down the road. But hey, am I being realistic? Am I being negative? I don't know. I hope it gets going. Our final story of the day is about price. Bitcoin price falls below 7,000 support, but bears yet to break key support levels. So let's check in on the price. So what this is reporting on is this drop right here, taking us below 7,000. We got to about 6,850. They put the article out, and then almost as soon as that happened, you can see a big old pump. So pumped from, nice, they updated their features on this. So it's a 6% pump, not that much, but it's kind of weird that, every once in a while we'll see these big pumps up and then slow, rolling price just starts going down. Either way, the price of Bitcoin right now, 7,250 starting off the new year, relatively strong. You can see we got a green candle for the monthly candle, and we'll keep you updated. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. It's going to be a great year.